What's up, lads? Back at it again. It's June 8th, 8:20 a.m. Um, we left off here yesterday. There's the one that I did. Um, and then we can move on. Let's see. So it's prefix. No, it's not prefix. What was it? It's a new vector result. And then in current equals to 1, or in I equals to 0. I smart becomes dot size. And m plus I. What you want to do is uh, this would be num dot size 1. Result is multiply nums uh, current, current is multiplied by nums I. And then you do the same thing for postfix, but this would be nums dot size minus 1. This will be equals to 0. Minus minus, same thing. Return res here equals to 1. Boom. What? Slight mistake. Boom. Cool. Then with this solution, we didn't have to use division operation. So it complied with the requirements of the question. Let's go next. Okay, Val Sudoku, I've never done this. So let's do it. You are given a 9 times 9 Sudoku board. The Sudoku board is valid if the following rules are followed. Each row must contain the, okay, yeah, I know how to Sudoku. Um, return true if the Sudoku board is valid, otherwise return false. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is the board that I'm given. Um, so I'm thinking I write three different helper functions, right? So one for this, one for this, and one for this. Um, so the first one I'll be writing is bool valid row, right? I don't know if that's correct, but let's try it. So valid row, and then I'm given the board, right? I'm given the board, and here at last I'll return true. Um, okay, it's valid row, right? And then I will go for an I, my for auto reference row and board for every row and board. And then for every element in row, do I sort it first? Okay, the existing elements cannot have duplicates, right? Are there going to be cases where it's smaller than 1 or bigger than 9? Is a digit 1 to 9 or Okay, so I'll have a set, I guess, an ordered set of int, which is C. If E is not equals to dot, and if it has been seen and seen dot contains E, then I'll return false, right? If E is equals to dot, then I just continue, right? Else if scene not contains E, then I return false. Else, scene dot insert E, right? Cool. And then I do that for every element. And then if it has gone through every element, then it's returned true. Cool. And then now I do the same for valid column, I believe. So I pass in the whole board, and then I'll get scene. Um, mm, Did I do this? I mean, the best one would be no. So I shouldn't pass in a board, huh? What I should pass in is a reference to the board and maybe in row, maybe something like this instead. Hello.
Hello, bestie.
Hello. Oh, saying you're looking for in.
JBBNT. We got a JBBNT. Alright.
You're right.
Alright, guys. Are we ready to JBBNT? Yeah, bestie. Bestie. 好攰。Well, bestie. 我明嘅 bestie.
Like that. Okay.
我明嘅
This
bestie.
is not E. This is for uh board row, right? Board row, let me get I. So it's board row, let me get I. Um, board row when the I and false. Insert board row when the I and then I'll return true. And then what this would look like is if so for int I equals to 0, I is smaller than board dot size plus I. And then for so it's a nested loop. Uh, this will be 9. And then j is smaller than 9 and plus j. Um, if is valid row board and right, then I go into the column. No, I don't even, it doesn't even have to be a nested loop, huh? I'm guessing it's something like that. It should be, I'm guessing. And then this would be in column, right? Again, it will be that. And then for every column, every column, right? So this should be similar. Boom. This would be for I and then column. And I continue, else if seen I column, return false, else if seen I and column. Okay, so this satisfies the first two, right? But this one is the most difficult. So each of the three times three subboxes of the grid must contain the digits 1 to 9. Is valid box. How do I check each box? So I'm guessing it's 0, 1, 2 divided by 3, and then it will be 0, and then 3, 4, 5 divided by 3 will be 1. So these will be zeros, ones, and twos, right? 0, ones, and twos, but I have to turn them into so this would be another bool function is valid box. There's no hint for this. I see. I'm thinking of make a map of size 9. Um, would that be easy? Maybe? If I make a map of size 9, I don't even need this, right? If I do something like vector int box of size 9, I'm gonna do the box part. Okay, let's check if these two functions are right first. If they're syntactically correct. So like this board should output true, right? It should. Okay, cool. But the boxes, I haven't checked the boxes yet. The boxes. What if it's a map and the key would be a pair? That will work, no? Would that work? Yeah, I think that will work. The fuck? Full is valid box, and then I am given this. I'll have a row and a column, and then I have. Oh no 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 no! I don't even need this. So it's unordered math, and then I'll have math and then this will be this. This will be box, right? No, and then actually, if it is this, then I can go into this loop. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? like that. Right. If it is a valid row, then I'll check. And if it's not, then I return false. Right. And then I'll check the J. And if it is a valid column, then I'll check something else. But if it's not, then I'll return false. If it is a valid box, then no, design is kind of shit. So if because I should be doing, if it's not, then I return false, right? And then if it does go by, um, oh, or maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe the last part, I should just use a depth first search kind of a approach, I'm guessing. So this would be check rows. This would be check columns. And this would be check boxes. Hmm. Um, Frisbee lệnh 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 nhất 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 gì lệnh nhất gì right? Lệnh nhất gì xong sẽ lục so about right? Because it drops the remainder if I do this. Then I will have an unordered map of air and int, and it will be vector of int, and it will be seen. Then I will scene với mình get box row and box column. Dot pushback, I believe, or by J. This is only if board ij is not equals to this, right? Because if it is, then it don't matter. I can just continue. And if it's not, then I will go this. And then if no, this should come last. Dot contains, but I'm not sure if the vector type has a contains. Let's see. Is there a contains count? Maybe is there a count? Maybe I'll do the same thing. If it doesn't, I'll insert it. And then I'll continue for the next element. Okay, cool. Cool. Fuck. I'll return true. Return valid box. True. False. Is that how the syntax works? Condition, express one, express two. Condition, express one, express two. Okay, hopefully this works. I don't really know. Okay, I always run into problems if I have a set within a map. I guess it just doesn't really work together. Um, so I should use a vector. And then this would be pushed back. But the thing is, the lookup where vectors are slow. How do I even look up in a vector? Find. Okay. Find is not equals to dot end. Right? Man, what the fuck? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? Okay, pairs, you can't use a pair as a key. Would that work? I've never used them. I've never used a map before, actually. Uh, mistakes. Okay, but it works. But it does work. It does work. Let's try. No way. It actually works. Nice. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my God. So close to what I have. Yo, Solvay is not in Hong Kong, so Aaron都嚟係。
真係㗎，Aaron。
想睇睇佢做啲分別。地獄啊你班友。嗯哼。Char, I can just use char because these are all chars. It will be, do I need this? Columns and boxes. Or in I smaller than it's 9 plus I or infinity is smaller than 9. Also j. If board ij is equals to theme, then I will continue, and if it's not, then box index equals to I divided by 3 times 3 plus column divided by 3. So this will be 0, 1, 2, 0, which is 0, 1, and 2. This would be 0, 1, 2, 3. These rows will all be 1, right? 0, 1, 2 would be 4, 5, and 6. So be this would be 6, 7, 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, so this is what I was missing. This is what I was missing. Fuck. Okay. Um, then I will check if oh, I guess I can also do this charts. So, so that's why you need this. Else, something like that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, prime.
Oops, sorry. In principle, it's the same, but in execution, his is much easier than mine. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, but it's slower though. But it is slower though. Let's try it one more time to see what the actual differences are. Okay, it actually is slower than my solution. And it uses more memory, but it's easier to read. So it'd be what it do, I guess. So it'd be what it is. Um, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? And I don't really know how this works. What's the difference between map versus unordered map? Hmm. Okay, cool. But what's going on here? Set has no function contains. Like this is just compatible. Like the version of C++ that they're using is just old, man. Search assim, I'm a unordered set. There you go. So there's no contains. Oh, it's C++ 20. I guess count. We can do count. All right. And this would be count as well. Fine should be fine. Let's try. Cool. Nice. Longest consecutive sequence. This is a lot like the one yesterday, huh? Longest something. Or was this the one that I did yesterday? Yeah, this was the one that I did yesterday. Um, I forgot what the solution was. Fuck. I remember something a while. I think it's a while. Find n minus one or something, and then you just keep looping back. Um, I think. Well, there's so many for me to do. Jesus. 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 命運就像大廈，遇到是幻化。Yeah, you put in a set, and then you're looking for no minus one. Yep. 凌亂如燈火中的密碼，路途看看世界吧，這個天下，用盡方法建立呢一個家。Whoa. If you can't find the previous number, then it is the start of something. 建立呢一個家。哇！被局屈膝的花，如都市腐化，擦亮呢一個家。Okay, done yesterday. Valid palindrome. Right? Valid palindrome I did yesterday as well. Two integers sum. Wait, so there's not two sum? Is this two sum? Oh, two sum two. So it's different. I sees. I sees. Uh, this one. sorted in non-decreasing order. So it's ascending. Find two numbers such that they add up to a specific target number. Let these two numbers to be index 1, 2, where 1, index 1 is bigger than 1, index 2 is bigger than index 1. Okay. Isn't it just the same thing as two sum, but you return like +1 to each? Is it not? If I can find its complement, if this exists, then you would return +1, I +1, right? And if you can't find it, then you'll add, I'm trying to find 7. No, I'm trying to find 2. And I can't find 2. So I'll add 7, right? I'll add 7. And now I can find 7, right? I think that would be it. Probably. No? Why is that? No, no, no. All dot contains. Do I need to do this? Okay, here we go. So it's literally two sum plus. That's so stupid. Okay, what did I do here? Oh, could do that as well. Because I'm taking advantage of the sorted nature of the array. This is not gonna work, huh? Yep. I don't know what version they're using. Three sum. Um, um, don't want to do this. I mean, these are all stuff that I've done before. Given an integer array nums is 920. I want to use the last 30 minutes to prep my call in a bit. Okay, given an integer array nums, return all the triplets num I, num j, num k. How would I do this? Fuck. And I've done it before. Yeah, I'm thinking about sorting it. So it will be what? I, nums j plus nums k will be equal to negative nums I. Okay, I'll save this for tomorrow. Uh, I'll save this for tomorrow. I want to do some chill ones. Maybe this one. In the spirit of chapter 2 of CS app, I'm going to do this. You're given an unsigned integer n, return a number of 1 bits in its binary representation. You may assume n is not negative, which fits within 32 bits. Cool, it's unsigned, and I have to return a number of 1 bits. Oh, I'm with Ibo. Give me a sec. Hello? Hiya. 嚟啦，累咩？
我因為我2年有個 treatment，跟住我諗緊可能 before that 我睇下點。
哦，
OK，好。
拜拜。Yo. So wait, I'm just gonna do that here. Number of 1 bits. I'm sure I've done this one. Yep. Having weight. So for and 32 or 31? 0, I'm checking it. So 30. one, I'll check the last one, right? It's not equals to 0. And we'll left shift, right shift by 1. Boom. Boom. Should be that simple, right? Is there any difference? Oh, it's a while loop versus an a for loop. Also works. I'm taking advantage of the fact that ints are 4 bytes to work. Counting bits.
Wait,
Oh, interesting.
see, so
Toddler, say go, go. 做咩好啊？好咩啊？ Okay, these ones are the really hard ones. But I feel like I know how to do half of them already. Because I've done a lot of these, to be honest. Uh,
for sure.
but the other half I have to figure out. Like linked list cycle I know, reverse linked list I know. Like there are a bunch that I know already.
See.
You know? Um, so yeah. Uh Getting there. Slowly but surely. I'm gonna prep my call now. So goodbye, peace.